Sorry, teacher. Okay, we're starting tonight with an announcement, and then we'll actually start with the song. As some of you know, and I talked about this a month or more ago, Ralph Connor has embarked on a journey into the Upper Bow Valley. And so we've done in the fall an exploration of what the Upper Bow Valley looks like, because now with our amalgamation with Rundle, we are the only United Church of Canada in the Upper Bow Valley. So we've looked at what comprises the Upper Bow Valley, what are some of the trends, what's the current situation, and what are the trends going forward. So that was the fall. So now we are turning our attention to more of this community of faith. Who are we? What is our understanding of what is the good news that we have to share? And we'll explore more about what do we see as a vision for the Upper Bow Valley, and what do we see as maybe our place, our place within that, what the Upper Bow Valley might look like into the future. So that's the winter work. And in order to help us do that, we have created a questionnaire. So that was given out on Sunday, and I have copies of it if any of you would like to fill it out. I have copies. I will leave them on the bench. And I think, I forget the date that we want them back. I think it's in a week and a half. So if you wanted to take it home, fill it out, bring it next week, drop it off at the office, email it to the office, however you want to do that. And then we are going to have a series of Friday evening workshop style sessions to discuss this, because this part needs a lot more discussion and discernment from those within the community of faith. So those are going to be every second Friday night. And this piece of paper is a reminder of what those sessions are and what the topics are. So, and they're going to be here upstairs, 7 o'clock. So you can take one of those if you would like to, stick it on your computer or stick it on your fridge or whatever. So if you have any questions, you can talk to me after. That would be great. And now we'll start even some.
And we're going to start with, I no longer have a solid agenda.
Our opening chant is actually in more places. It's number 14 if you want to pass it.
hoping against hope, he believed. The story of Abraham sets the tone for tonight, walking the way of hope. A retreat for Women's Christmas 217, written by Jan Richardson, is the basis for tonight's program. I'm Sandy McCaig, for those of you that haven't met me, and welcome to Evensong. I'll start with a land acknowledgement. A land acknowledgement honors the authentic history of North America and its original people, who have cared for their traditional territories since time immemorial. It tells the story of the creation of this country that has historically been missing. That is, to share the land and live well together in peace, for as long as the sun shines, the grass grows, and the river flows. That is the spirit of Treaty 7. In the spirit of respect, reciprocity, and truth, we honor and acknowledge the Canmore area known as Chan-Chan-Chan Kadevi as the traditional territories of the Oneida Nakota Nations, the Blackfoot Confederacy, as well as the Tsuut'ina Nation and the Rocky View District of the Métis Government District 4. We commit to respectfully listening, learning, and collaborating as an active participant in truth and reconciliation, and by honoring these lands that have been entrusted to us. May we walk this land, this soil on which we place our feet with attentiveness and gratitude. May all our steps lead to deep understanding and respect. And let us sing Hope Shines as a Solitary Star, found in More Voices 220. Garrison Doles in 2013, Jan Richardson found it difficult to live with hope. On this strange path of grief, I have found hope to be a curiously stubborn creature. It is persistent. It visits when I least expect it. It shows up when I haven't been looking for it. Even when it seems like hope should be a stranger, there's something deeply familiar about it. If I open my eyes to it, I know its face, even when I do not know where it is leading me. Though hope may sometimes seem like a luxury, frivolous, groundless, insubstantial, it is precisely the opposite. Hope is elemental. It is made up of some of the strongest stuff in the universe. Hope endures. Hope does not depend on our mood, our disposition, our desire. Hope does not wait around until we are ready for it, until we have prepared ourselves for its arrival. It does not hold itself apart from us until we have worked through the worst of our sorrow, our anger, our fear. This is precisely where hope seeks us out, standing with us in the midst of what most weighs us down. Hope has work for us to do. It asks us to resist going numb when the world within us or beyond us is falling apart. In the height of despair, in the deepest darkness, hope calls us to open our hearts, our eyes, our hands, that we might engage the world when it breaks our hearts. Hope goes with us, step by step, offering to us the manna it holds. Now, I know tonight we said this is not a breathing session, but I'm going to ask you to get comfortable in the pew, put both feet on the floor, and take a couple of deep breaths. While you ponder some questions from Jan Richardson from Walking the Way of Hope. You can use images, drawings, words, writing, or prayer to assist you, or you can simply just set them aside and say them for reflection at a later time. They're in the bulletin. We're not going to do them all tonight. But if you want to write, there's paper and pens out here. So take a deep breath and slowly breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in hope. Let hope resonate in your body. Where does hope live in you? Where do you feel hope? How did hope find its way to you when you felt hopeless? When has someone shown up and rekindled hope in you? What did hope enable you to do? How would you describe this hope? How can you be a facilitator of hope? May you walk the way of hope. Let us sing, hope shines as a solitary star. Wednesday, we chalked the door with the word for the year. For those of you that were here, think of your word. Is it driven by hope? Or is it a driver of hope? Or is it simply hope itself? My word was fortitude, which goes hand in hand with hope, and which I discovered after marrying into the McCaig family 60 years ago. Fortitude is a very good word. Here's my story. Hope and Resilience. This little book I wrote for my family during COVID. But its message still resonates with us today. It was presented with Greg Woolley on October 24th, 2021, and it can be found on the YouTube channel of Ralph Connor United Church. It's Hope and Resilience. And I'm going to ask Emily to play it for us now.
I received hope was when my two sons, one 4 and one of baby arms of 2 weeks, were in isolation in an ICU, with needles and tubes protruding from their little bodies, keeping me alive. I went down on my knees and prayed to God of hope, hoping they wouldn't be taken from me. The next time I lost hope, I tried to summon it from the mountaintops, talk it down from the treetops, fish it out of the river, and stuff it down my husband's throat when he was lying in a hospital bed in a drug-induced coma. So low that that magic elixir had literally taken his breath away. I imagined a neon sign flashing above his door, abandon hope, all ye who enter here. I lost hope again while holding my father's hand when he lay in a coma in palliative care after suffering a stroke. There is no hope for recovery, said the doctor, unplugging the ventilator. Hope is a tricky thing, or is it a verb? You can hope things away. It is a desire, an aspiration. Hope is a fickle friend. It can abandon you whenever it pleases, and then you frantically go searching for it in every nook and cranny. It usually deserts you in the middle of the night when you're trying to regain your energy, hoping for the courage to face the onslaught of another day. But it can be found. I've seen it in the eyes of a young man hoping to represent Canada on the Olympic podium. However, it soon abandoned him and his hopes were dashed when a cycling accident in the Olympic Village took him out of competition. I saw hope written all over my mother's face, hoping the news the doctor had given her was not true. Then, I just hoped she would die peacefully. I heard hope in my daughter's voice, telling me she just lost her job due to COVID-19. But not to worry, as she would find another. My sons, in similar situations, when their businesses were jeopardized, voiced hope they would survive. I could almost smell hope in the Lysol wipes I used while disinfecting groceries during quarantine, keeping the virus at bay. How does one regain hope? How do you work back into the world? Does it stiff upper lip help? Or smiling in the face of adversity? Or not counting your chickens before the hatch? Unfortunately, the chickens are hatched, and the fox is on the make. The horses are in the barn, and Satan is riding his winged chariot across the sky. Some think hope is not enough. They would accompany it with prayer, others with action. Some would simply give up hope Some speak of false hope, saying there is no hope for the future. To combat gloom, some are decorating their windows and balconies, sending messages of hope, hoping for the best, inviting hope into our hearts, building a fervor of love and resistance to despair. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Staying home and social distancing are such measures, for which we hope to receive a reward in the future. In hope, we trust. We're all hoping for something positive, but as Annie Franco says, wishing and hoping and thinking and praying, planning and dreaming, that won't get you into his heart. Hope is only wanting something to happen. It requires a partner. It never acts alone. Hope stirs up action and brings resilience. It always brings its friends to the party. I've seen this combination in action. The medical profession and science, along with hope, saved my boys' lives. They survived to become successful teens, adults, husbands, and fathers. They, along with their sister, felt the glory of representing the country on podiums around the world, standing with fierce pride and hope in their hearts. With hope plus medical expertise, my husband bounced back from the dark abyss into which cancer had thrown him. He never gave up hope. He was resilient and chose to carry on in the face of adversity, with supports from family, neighbors, colleagues, and friends. My son, after his Olympic tragedy, regained hope for the future, and with determination became resilient, shouting from the rooftops that the journey was a gold medal, not a laurel wreath. His friends and fellow athletes cheered him on his odyssey. My father, the old Viking, bestowed in my children's genes a warrior, adventuresome spirit. My mother was the real heroine. She endowed her pioneering and entrepreneurial spirit along with a legacy of hope and tradition in the grandchildren, inspiring them to seek their own ways with support from family and friends. My children in today's troubled times remain forever hopeful, seeking new ways of being. Hope is a desperate measure. We call upon it when we are in despair or desolate. But it is a simple solution. When you have hope, you are fearless and can stare down the devil himself. With hope, we will all rise up out of this quagmire and create a better future. In Canmore, hope smiles down upon us every day in concert with their sisters, faith and charity. These majestic peaks are a source of strength, protecting this valley since time immemorial. We take strength in the sheer size of these towering peaks, the trio of nuns, praying for our very existence, protecting the valley, inspiring us with their resilience. They have weathered many storms. In hope, we remain steadfast, and we too will weather the storm. Assurance of hope is more than life. It is health, strength, and beauty.
Well, thank you so much, Andrew, for sharing that very personal, wise, and enduring take on the way that hope does seek out partners, and that the resilience is one of the partners that it finds. And my hope and prayer is that that resilience is something that it finds around us, between us, and within us. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Greg.
I'm going to ask Joan to come up and read an excerpt from Kevin McCormick's If This Time, and it's beautiful. It's also on the YouTube channel. Joan's going to read a section from it.
Thank you for that beautiful, I don't know what it is. I love it. Thank you. It's nice to hear Grace's voice. Okay. If this time has taught me anything, it has taught me this. Hope matters, and we cannot live without it. This time has taught me that hope is not a wish, nor desire for things to be different. It is a course of action, a combination of mind and heart. The future can be better and can be brighter, and we each have the power within us to make it so. There would be challenges to face along the way to which there are many solutions. There is a source of deep resilience within all of us. We are here. We are now. We are each and every breath we take. Every day is a gift to begin again and to grasp with both hands the fresh opportunity to learn and relearn if this time is not wasted.
Let us sing, Hope Shines as a Solitary Star. Jan Richardson asks, do you have things in your life that serve as visible reminders of hope? Objects to carry? A story that reminds you of a time when you crossed paths with someone who offered you a gift of hope? I have several. The one I wear tonight is my Wonder Woman ring. It comes from a story for another time, but it serves to remind me that there's hope in the future and never to dwell in the past. I'm going to ask Joan to come back and read a blessing from Jan Richardson.
This is called Blessings of Hope. So we may know the hope that is not just for someday, but for this day, here, now, in this moment, open to us. Hope not made of wishes, but of substance. Hope made of sinew and muscle and bone. Hope that has breath and a beating heart. Hope that will not keep quiet and be polite. Hope that knows how to holler when it is called for. Hope that knows how to sing when their sing's little cause. Hope that from the dead, not someday, but this day, every day, again and again and again. May you walk the way of hope.
Thanks, John. I'll close with another saying from Jan Richardson. Hope knows its own way. It is a mystery, but it has a path, an invitation, a labyrinth for us to walk. As with the labyrinth, the way of hope does not allow us to see far ahead. But this way invites us to keep walking, to dream of how the path will unfold, and to trust that what we need will come to us. May the God of hope fill you with joy and peace in believing, so that you may abound in hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. That's Romans 15, verse 13. Ephesians 1, verse 18, so that with the eyes of your heart enlightened, you may know what is the hope that has called you. Let us sing. Thank you for coming and joining us. Share your stories of hope, and may you walk the way of hope.